This dirty bitch comes in, and I'm looking at these fucking Bravo brothers, and they're crying. But at that time, I knew Nino had gotten fucked in the ass, and we had already had a plan to take down Lazarito. Me and the Rubero brothers and a bunch of guys were going to wait till he was sleeping and put like a pillowcase on his head and just beat him with everything we had. Because he did this to this kid. And their mom was having a kid. They were twins, but the mom was in labor. And they were crying. And they asked Sister Hyacinth if they could call the hospital. The phone was fucking 30 feet from the classroom, a payphone. And Sister Hyacinth said, no, wait till after the class. And they're like, but our mommy's in bad shape. We want to make sure and call. And she goes, what did I just tell you? You know, I just told you to fucking... And at that time, I was already starting to hate her. And I was already starting to get that attitude from 148th Street. I was running it down. And I looked at them straight in the face, and I go, fuck her. With a little bit of a volume to it. Like, it was like April, and I go, fuck her. I go, you know what, man? Your mother and your father worked really hard for you to come here. You know, I go, Jesus don't pay for the bills here. Your parents do. Like, I was already that hip. I go, get up and go make that fucking phone call. I'll get up with you. And she looked right at me. She goes, what'd you say, Mr. Diaz? I'm like, I told him to go make that phone call. Their mom's hurting, man. Who the hell are you? And she goes, all three of you get up and wait for us after class. And that pretty much meant she was going to fucking light you up after class.
Right.
And the two kids were still crying from their mom, you know. And she's like, stop crying. You know, how many times am I going to tell you? And what are you going to have your attorney, Jose, stick up for you or something like that? And
I was talking about you,
yeah, and I go, listen, man, I just told them the truth. Their mom's fucking, you know, and she goes, shut up. And she like smacked me. And then she pulled Raphael's hair and just started violently smacking him. And then Nino, she started smacking him. You know, and I wrote a joke about it that I pushed Nino. And no, she just attacked Nino and Raphael. And I'm like, I don't know what I said. Is this necessary? I mean, what the fuck is going on? These two kids' moms are in the fucking hospital and you're beating them up because they asked you? It's expensive to come to this fucking private school. So then she turned her attention on me. And she goes, what'd you have to say in there? And she bit her tongue and she just started reaching for me, smacking me. But I was done with it. In that school, they had a thing. If they smacked you, had to put your hands down.
Oh, and take it?
And take it. And this particular day, I put my hands up. And she goes, put your hands down. I'm not putting them down. And she would bite her tongue. And she'd go, put them down, put them down. And she kept pounding me. And I kept standing my ground like I'm not going to fucking put them down. And then she grabbed me by the hand. She goes, get into the utility closet. And it was well known that in the utility closet is where they bloodied you up. Like they bloodied you up in there. Like that's where they closed the door and she started smacking you and she'd hit you with books. She'd knee you, whatever she could do. And I went to the utility, and on the walk to the utility closet, I said, this is not going to happen to me today. I was 10 years old. I knew where I came from. My mom was a tough bitch. My mom wouldn't accept this. I go, I'm not letting this nun beat me up. And we went into the utility closet. I walked in first, and she closed the door, but it never shut. And she threw me against the wall, and she just started violently smacking me. You put your hand. I kept putting my hands up, and I could feel the blood coming from my lip. And once I tasted that blood,
Bruce Lee.
Like Bruce Lee.
Oh, shit. The Cuban connection.
I looked at her. And I said, I'm going to go for this bitch. And I said, today this is not going to happen. And in the middle of her smacking me, I just grabbed her. And I'll never forget, it was like metal shelves that had notebooks on it and like all school utensils. And I pushed her with her back in the middle of one of the things that was sticking out. So when I pushed her, I hit her hard. And she's like, well, look. And she goes, what are you doing? And I go, you're not going to hit me today. You know, not today. And I think I smacked her or whatever once or twice. Like I was crazy. And then she went to push me, but she fell into a headlock. So this bitch had me like by 50 pounds, 60 pounds, maybe 100 pounds. She was a big fat bitch. And I had her by the fucking head, and I knew that I couldn't let go. I knew that either if I let go, I had to run for that door.
Hell yeah, man. You're
So I'm holding on to her, and she can't get out of this
everything
headlock.
right there.
And I'm squeezing her. I don't have it under the chin like I had.
Like
it was a Khabib. I knew nothing about. I knew nothing about choking people or nothing. I just knew about fear, what it was to be a scared little boy. And I just grabbed her. My adrenaline must have been pumping because she kept saying, "You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me." And I'm like, "Fuck it, you're dying today." I'm like, I didn't give a fuck, and I kept squeezing. And then I turned her around, and she fucking kept in the headlock. She could not. I don't know how I had her. Like I had her. I was holding on to like a fucking thing. By this point, her veil had come off.
Shit's all over.
Everything came off. My heart's pumping. My heart was fucking beating to death.
Yeah.
And I got to open the door, and the kids were exiting the class. So now they're looking at this. They just like, oh, and I'm grabbing. I'm like, get help. Get the fucking Rubero brothers. We got to go to work here. I'm running out of time. You know what I'm saying? The ship is fucking sinking. And I knew that I had her. I knew I was just going to run out of there and keep running. That was my plan, to just run out of there and keep running, get to a payphone, call my mother at the bar in Union City, which is about 20 minutes away. That was the plan. These are New York City kids. This ain't fucking California people. This ain't kids. These are fucking suburb-raised kids that are crazy. So what do they start doing? They start clapping. CoCo, 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 CoCo. Now I gotta kill her. Now I gotta kill her. I can't pussy out in front of these guys. I'm representing 148th Street. And I'm representing Union City. I'm representing 88th Street. How am I going to pussy out? They're yelling, CoCo, CoCo. I'm choking her to death. And she's like, let me go. Let me go. And now other kids start jumping in. Thank God for Puerto Ricans. Thank God for Puerto Ricans and Italian kids. Because those are the only two that helped me. All the other fucking races just stood there, shitting their pants. These fucking Puerto Rican kids came. And now they picked her up, and we flattened her, pancaked her up.
Later.
Like we pancaked her up while the Italian kid is kicking her in the midsection. This is hysterical. Now, we're fucking her up. I'm still holding on to dear life. I'm fucking up her ear. I can see that I'm fucking up her earring, and she's like, let me go, and we're holding on. And these Puerto Rican kids are fucking pulling her legs, and for some reason they pulled her shoes off. So she couldn't run after us or whatever. I'm like, pull the shoes off. Pull the shoes off. And they're like, okay, for what? She had these big fat fucking feet with no nail polish on her fucking feet. And the poor Italian kid's kicking her, body kicking her. I mean, it was just fucking ugly, right? So
I'm just laughing because every kid that she hits just trying to scoot over. Let me get a couple of these motherfuckers.
And the nuns are coming. Now, there was brothers who are nuns, but a male, but they were in the other building.
They're not. I didn't know they were male.
They're called brothers before they become a priest.
Oh, okay.
So now we kind of pancake her down, head first on the floor. I let go of the fucking headlock, and I got like I could just get on top of her with both knees. The Italian kid has kicked her fucking 80 times to the midsection, and the two Puerto Ricans are stepping on her ankles. She's not going anywhere. Right? They're stepping on her ankles. So we're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Now, the phone is, like I said, 30 feet away. I had change in my pocket. The only way I'm going to get out of this is by fucking calling my mother and telling her the truth.